What if Clemson's offense is greatly improved? I'm going to say that again. What if Clemson's offense is a top tier unit once again? Now, you hear in the spring, there was a lot of buzz about Cade Klubnik's improvement. And then in the spring game, things kind of fell flat, right? He was actually, the star of the show was Trent Pierman, the backup quarterback and former walk-on. Well, you fast forward to fall camp and you're hearing the same stuff about Clemson's offense and how they've performed up to this point of fall camp. You're hearing that Garrett Riley's system has really started to take root. You're hearing that Cade Klubnik has been more willing to use his legs and to step up in the pocket and be more decisive when evading different defenders and cutting it loose in the right direction. Heard about his progress from a ball security standpoint. Sounds like to me, Clemson's offense might be better in 24 than we originally thought. Here's part of the reason why. First of all, Cade Klubnik was a blue chip player, and we jumped to conclusions last year about what he will become more so than we probably should have. People were suggesting that he's not the guy 6 starts into his career. How do you know? I mean, did Bo Nix look like the guy 6 starts into his career in 2019? Probably not. I'm sure it was a bunch of ups and downs. That's what happens when you play a young quarterback at the position and he's inexperienced. But they've now leaned a little bit more towards a ground and pound approach. Phil Maffa being inserted into the lineup, running back down the stretch last year, really opened things up, and he might be a guy that gets 20, 25 carries a game. And it sounds like the offensive line, which has not always been a position group that's just going to physically impose their will. That's not who Clemson's been in the past. But it sounds like that group is looking more and more like a group that could be a group that dictates terms with some of the guys they have along their offensive line. That's really encouraging. Sounds like that group is vastly improved this upcoming year. And you think about what they're going against too. Clemson's defense coming into this year has guys like Peter Woods, has TJ Parker, has DeMonte Capehart. And they're getting pushed around by Marcus Tate, Tristan Lee, Blake Miller, offensive linemen that we've seen in the past, but haven't necessarily been that physically imposing group that we've seen in the past. Okay? Then you think about the wideouts. And while Antonio Williams was up and down last year, 2 years ago, he was a game changer. You look at Tyler Brown. Early on in his career last year as a true freshman. Looked really good. And then things leveled off. Well, now he's healthy again. You look at Adam Randall, who sounds like he's starting to become a big factor because he's physically imposing on the perimeter. It sounds like this wide receiver group, a group that's been really inconsistent the last couple of years, sounds like they're collectively taking a step as well. Like I said, I like Clemson's defense. I always like Clemson's defense. And if the offense is getting after them in practice right now, maybe they're going to be a whole lot better than we anticipate heading into this year. And if they are, look out. Clemson could find their way back into the playoff mix sooner than later.